22, 23, 24, 25, 26. One, two, three. The Chandler-Gilbert women go for their second win of the season. Back on home court, early afternoon action as they take on the Bennu JV squad. Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Joe Pequeno. So glad you can join us. Mario Trutanek and his women opened up the season in fine form with a 65-56 victory over Park University Gilbert on November 5th. They got some great outings. A double-double by Michaela Horsley, 20 points, 13 rebounds. And how about Chloe Olberg, 17 points and 11 rebounds. The team shot a hair under 29%, a hair under 24% from three, but was spectacular at the free throw line, shooting almost 85%. Of course, Mario Trutanek in his first year, the team offensively looked crisper. They're also playing without a couple players as well. They've got three returners to their team. Michaela Horsley, who started out of the gate so strong with the 20 points. Last year, she averaged 7 points. Shot under 28%. And Chloe Olberg, a force down low, 5 points with 4 rebounds. And Melanie Ortiz averaged 4 and a hair under 4 rebounds. The team is hard at work. And as we look at their opening victory over Park University Gilbert, Melanie Ortiz with 8 points. Amanda Anderson had 3. Horsley, of course, with 20. Macy Johnson, 9 points in her debut. Kaden Cosgrove, 2 of 8 for 6 points after redshirting last year. Micaiah Jenkins put about 5 minutes of valuable time in. Riley Sword contributed 15. And Chloe Olberg, 31 minutes, 17 points. And now the team takes on the Bennu JV squad, coached by Renisha Willis. They don't have a lot of players. So for Chandler-Gilbert, it's all about working their offense and wearing down the legs of the Red Hawks. They're going to bring in number 3, Janelle Gabriel. Number 4, Tatiana Howell. Number 5, Liana Lepe. Number 11, Sol Peterson. Number 15, Deja Lynch. And number 20, Aaliyah Garcia. For the Coyotes, if you happen to miss the contest the other day, we'll kind of name the roster off for you. Number 0, Melanie Ortiz, a sophomore. Number 1, Amanda Anderson, freshman, forward, 6 feet tall from Castile High. Number 2, Addison Horsley, a guard, 5'7", freshman, the sister of Michaela Horsley. Number 3, guard, sophomore. Number 4, Micaiah Jenkins, a freshman guard from Red Mountain High School. Number 10, Hannah Sarnowski, a freshman from Payson High up in Payson. Number 11, Braylon Schermeyer from Eastmark High, a 5'9" freshman. 12, Grace DeSchaff, a freshman forward, 6 feet tall from Payson. Number 14, Macy Johnson from Red Mountain High School, a freshman forward. Number 15, Ereline Ashu Takor from Perry High School, a sophomore guard, 5'8". Hometown is from London, England. Number 22, Kaden Cosgrove, a sophomore, 5'7", Horizon Honors. Of course, Kaden redshirted last year. She's a captain on this team, as well as Chloe Olberg, Addison Horsley, and Michaela Horsley. Number 23, Riley Sword, a freshman guard from Basha High. Talked about Chloe Olberg. Number 25, a forward, sophomore from Snowflake. And a couple red shirts. Gift Sika, a freshman forward from Saguaro and Tucson, and another red shirt. And Maria Cristobal from Gilbert Classical Academy, a freshman guard, both redshirting. So now it's Chandler-Gilbert getting ready to jump on home court and defend their home court and get their second victory of the season after coming out strong. The referees for today's game: Ben Leach, Cody Armijo, and Hazel Brasino. Had a chance to talk to all three, and they're ready to call a great game. Coyotes, of course, they've scrimmaged hard Saturday. It's all about taking on Benue. Mesa, Monday, they'll take on the ACU JV squad at their place. And then Friday the 14th, they will tussle with a real team, the College of Southern Nevada, at 5:30. So that's going to be a big matchup on Friday. Fortunately, yours truly won't be on hand. I have to attend a funeral ceremony down in Florida. We're going to take a moment for the national anthem, and then we'll gear up for the starting lineups. There's always activities on the campus of Chandler-Gilbert. Every Saturday on campus, on the north end of the campus, they have the Gilbert Farmers Market from 8 to 12. Look, if you're hungry, and we all get hungry, and you want to throw down a burrito, Burrito Express, 10% off with your Chandler-Gilbert Community College ID. If you want Coyotes athletic gear, visit cgcathletics.com. At the Performing Arts at the Arnett Ward Center. Number 7, make that November 7th at 7 p.m., the Comedy Improv Show, November 13th, 14th, and 15th, 7 p.m. Urinetown, the musical, and November 18th, 7 p.m., the Jazz Combo. And right now we're looking at the Benue squad being introduced. It's going to be number 11, Sol Peterson. Number 4, Tatiana Howell. Number 3, Jenny Gabriel. Number 15, Deja Lynch. And looks like there's one number that's missing that I'm going to try to get. On the other side for the Coyotes, it's going to be Amanda Anderson. Michaela Horsley will get the start as well. Macy Johnson. Macy coming off the 9-point outing in her Coyotes debut. Talked to her yesterday. Really nice young lady. Caden Cosgrove also getting the start. Coyotes, a couple players down as well because of health issues. So excited to see what they can do. And Cole Olberg getting the start as well.
Assisted by Leon Sutton, John Bundy, Jeanette Morales, Kendrick Williams, and Derek Johnson.
And number 1 for Ben U is Alexia Wilcox. So there we go. Starting lineup in place. Coyotes ready to run. And of course, the big basketball games next week. The home matchups against Southern Nevada. Starting at 5:30 with the women, and then the men will be shortly after. We are closing in on tipping off as Cody Armijo is having a conversation with the scorers table. Good crowd on hand to soak in the afternoon hoops at the Coyote Center, the premier arena in the Arizona Community College Athletic Conference. And this one is closing in. So the Coyotes in that first game put up 65 points with 51 rebounds and 10 assists. And now game 2. And we'll have an update on the men's game. They played earlier today, but we are up, we are running, and here we go. Maynard Anderson loses the tip to Tatiana Howell. Here come the Redhawks. Deja Lynch controlling the point. Picked up by Macy Johnson. Steal by Caden Cosgrove. Caden racing down the floor. Checked by Alexia Wilcox. Olberg will get it right back. Olberg in the lane. Olberg with the miss. Pulled down by the Redhawks. Rebound. Janelle Gabriel. Gabriel showing her handles up the floor. Kaylin Horsley tight one-on-one defense. Gabriel shoots it over. And that is fired up top, and that is going to be off the iron. Put back, and that rolls in and out of the rim. Cosgrove with the rebound. Olberg did not know the ball was going away. A miscommunication. Gabriel slicing, and will go to the line to shoot a pair. Deja Lynch at the line will shoot a pair. So the Coyotes have had some opportunities early and a little miscommunication in the passing lanes. Deja Lynch knocks down the first. Of course, Ben U, Benedictine, located in Mesa. JV squad getting their action in today. Cosgrove and Kaylin Horsley. Of course, Horsley is a 2-guard, and talking to Coach Trutanek, he says his true point guards as Olberg underneath and gets it back. They shoot to the outside. Macy Johnson will fire from 3. That's off the iron. And then Anderson pulls the rip. Anderson up top to Horsley. Horsley into the lane. Shot is up by Anderson. That's off the mark. And that's going to be out of bounds on Macy Johnson. So the Coyotes have had some good looks. So Alexia Wilcox just received a warning. Wilcox over to Janelle Gabriel. Gabriel splits the double team. Deja Lynch. Lynch taken away by Amanda Anderson. Kaden Cosgrove working up the left side, guarded by Deja Lynch. Amanda Anderson swings in the corner. Macy will let it fly. Macy, and Chloa's right there, battling for position, and Chloa puts it in. Chloa coming off a double-double performance in the opener against the Buccaneers. Alexia Wilcox has it taken away. Cosgrove, 2-on-2. Olberg will fire it to Amanda Anderson. Worked in the corner. Macy, head fake. Macy misses the bunny. Chloa. And that gets knocked out of bounds. And right now the Coyotes with some gimmies underneath that they can't connect on, much to the frustration of the coaching staff. Cosgrove off the inbounds. Inside, Amanda Anderson puts it in. Amanda, good look, and used the glass to perfection. That's a big thing sometimes. The glass is there to help, and sometimes that has worked, and the Coyotes get beat in transition. And that's not going to make Coach Trutanek and the coaching staff happy. Macy Johnson on the wing. Macy works it back up top to Amanda Anderson. Macy, couple steps. Horsley will let it fly from three, and that is off the front of the iron. Battle underneath, and Cosgrove with enough muscle to ensure another possession for the white and teal. Coyotes decked out in the white uniforms and the black and teal lettering. Melanie Ortiz coming in, Macy Johnson coming out. Benedictine in the road black and red striping. Cosgrove. They work in the corner, and Horsley knocks down the triple. McKalen with a good look and buries it from the outside. Wilcox trying to beat the double team, and that's taken away. Amanda Anderson work to Ortiz. Ortiz in the corner. Horsley, Cosgrove, Amanda Anderson. Anderson will put it on the deck. Ortiz, her first touch. Works it up top. Horsley into the lane. Horsley. Good patience. Cosgrove from three. Cosgrove knocks it down. And the Coyotes out to a 10-4 start. And talk about finding their offense and looking good in the process. After laboring through the first couple possessions, they got it going and out to a 10-4 lead.
What up, homies? I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
See it, I can kind of lead to it. So the Coyotes coming out, missing their first couple shots, then they come out and hit back-to-back threes. Horsley and Kaden Cosgrove, long-range daggers. Coyotes on a nice run with a 10-4 advantage. And there's a slew of basketball players in the house today watching this one. Coyotes in the early stages of their season. Of course, they've got College of Southern Nevada on Friday, but first up Monday, they travel to ACU to take on the Firestorms JV team. And then looking a little ahead, on the 25th of November, South Mountain will make a trip there. And we've got a up and down call against Deja Lynch. Cosgrove and the Coyotes will inbound. Cosgrove, that pass inside is always so difficult. Tight window. Sometimes it's better to work it on the outside perimeter than go inside. Horsley, manned up. Olberg calling for it down the block. Olberg uses the glass and uses the glass so well. That's great to see from Chloa. Sometimes she's underneath and doesn't use the glass, throws up shots and hits nothing but air, and that time perfection. On the other side, Red Hawks trying to survive this early onslaught by the Coyotes. Deja Lynch from three, that's off. And Alexia Wilcox underneath. Swung around, almost stolen by Horsley. Tight defense by the Coyotes. Worked up top, Deja Lynch, another shot, and Lynch fires the three. Deja Lynch, she's got 5 of the Red Hawks' 7 points. Horsley running the point. Picked up by Gabriel. It goes right back to Horsley. Horsley on the wing. Takes a dribble, now works it to Olberg in the post. Cutting, and Ortiz slicing and scoring. Talk about good ball movement. Horsley to Olberg to Ortiz on the back cut. Coyotes now leading 14-7. Deja Lynch swings it over Alicia Wilcox. Wilcox trying to turn the corner on Ortiz. Ortiz, great defense. Gives up the dribble. Some physicality right there, and Wilcox getting warned by the referee to control the aggression. So they're going to call a foul against Ortiz. Off the inbounds. Deja Lynch sitting up on the right side. Wilcox the head fake. Wilcox. And Wilcox draws the foul. And they're going to call that against Melanie Ortiz. So Wilcox will go to the line to shoot a pair. Kaden Cosgrove is about to come back in. Ortiz gets a breather. Cosgrove back in. Coach Trutanek working his roster. And also in the game right now, Riley Sword looking for her first point as a Coyote. Played in the game the other day. Provided 15 minutes. 4 rebounds. Brought some muscle underneath. Macy Johnson racing up the floor. Johnson works it to Horsley. Horsley gives it up. Cosgrove from three. Cosgrove, back of the iron, won't go. Ripped down by the Red Hawks. Now they're running on the right side. Trying to turn the corner, gets Amanda Anderson. Good speed and knows how to work that body on the perimeter. Gabriel in a one-on-one battle against Sword. Gabriel wins that. Wilcox from the outside. Wilcox splash down, hits the triple. Now 14-10. This Red Hawks team, they're lacking numbers, but they're not lacking talent. Outside touch, and that is buried on the other end. Macy Johnson rips a triple. Coyotes, 3 triples in his first half. Or I should say this first quarter. And that's going to be a travel against Alexia Wilcox. 17-10. On the floor, Amanda Anderson, Riley Sword, Kaden Cosgrove, Macy Johnson, and Michaelan Horsley. On the other side, Janelle Gabriel, number 3, Alexia Wilcox, number 1. And not all the numbers match from the roster that was given, so we'll do our best here. Johnson kicks it back out to Horsley. Horsley driving lane, tries to scoop it up, and she draws the blocking foul against Alexia Wilcox. Good work by Michaelan driving. Last year, she might have settled for the jump shot. This time, she drove the lane with a purpose and will go to the line. Horsley last year, a 66% free throw shooter. Nice and smooth on the first. And talk about coming out strong. In the opener, she was 8 for 8 at the free throw line. As the Coyotes shot 85%. Great start, hits both. 19-10. Benue team, they're only dressing 6 players, but they are talented. And they can handle the basketball, they can shoot. Cosgrove with an air steal. Johnson, Horsley, tied on Deja Lynch. Lynch surveying the floor. Now she swings it over to Sol Peterson. Right side, Lynch gets it back. 5 in the shot clock, fires a 3. That's off the iron. Pulled down by Riley Sword. Sword works it to Horsley. Horsley up the floor. Up court pass, Cosgrove to Johnson. Johnson, other side. Shot is up, and that shot is buried. Riley Sword. Long range, boom. 22-10. Coyotes doing things from long range. 4 threes in this opening period. Janali Gabriel, guarded by Horsley. Olberg about to check back in. 13 on the shot clock. Sol Peterson up top. Sol Peterson driving, pull up. Peterson, soft touch, gets it to drop. 22-12. Coyotes, a team that labored offensively last year. We talk about points per game, a squad that averaged only 49. They put up 65 in their first as Macy Johnson gets called for the travel. And they did that with 2 of their best players injured. So this is very exciting to see the potential of this team. They're shooting the ball so much better, getting good looks and finding open space. That's part of it, setting good screens, being in place, having good form, and then having the confidence to knock down threes. And they've gotten 4 threes from 4 different players. That's exciting. You can win with a team. Individuals, they can win scoring titles, and sometimes it does not manifest itself into championships. Deja Lynch misses. Horsley, the loose ball. Horsley up the floor. Macy Johnson. She's got Olberg underneath. Olberg, one step. Olberg up. And Olberg can't get the roll. Too deep under the backboard. Deja Lynch, transition. Lynch into the lane. Lynch going strong. Lynch. They call no foul. Sword keeps it alive. The outlet, Amanda Anderson. Amanda Anderson, they're going to call a tie-up. And it's going to be Coyotes ball with Sword on the throw-in. Good defense by Ben Yu and getting back. Riley Sword coming out with a purpose, knocking down her first point as a Coyote. A 3 ball, and it looked excellent from the left wing. Sword, another opportunity from 3. That time airs it out. Peterson grabs the loose ball. Deja Lynch up the floor. Lynch guarded by Horsley. Lynch into the lane, kicks it out. Outside shot, Janali Gabriel, it won't go. Physicality and a good physical, tough move by Alexia Wilcox. She battles, she is a fierce player. Olberg swings it over to Anderson. Anderson will let go from 3. Amanda, good look. Macy Johnson is there, and Johnson lost the handle as she was trying to drive baseline. And she got blocked out and lost control. 22-14 with 23.4 seconds left in this first period. Deja Lynch. Lynch, who's been so good handling the basketball, gets it to Wilcox. Wilcox inside. Sol Peterson, and Peterson misses the bunny. Strong putback won't go. Anderson pulls it down. Coyotes, 6 seconds left in the first. Horsley. And Horsley is going to get called for the carry. So the Red Hawks will have 3 seconds left. Sword will check out. Cosgrove back in. 22-14. Chandler-Gilbert with a very good first period offensively. They scored 22 in the final frame against Park University Gilbert to eventually pull away. They won that 4-set 22-13 for the 65-56 victory. Coyotes, 0.9 seconds, and that's going to do it for the first period. 22-14, Coyotes after 1. A short timeout to regroup. More from the Coyote Center right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. And congratulations goes out to Steve Shields and the men's basketball team. They go to 4-0 after knocking off Park University Gilbert in the Mesa Community College Showcase. That was a 10 a.m. tip. Final 95-36. They'll get a week to regroup. And this Friday, as the women will tip it off 5:30 against the College of Southern Nevada. And then it's the men facing CSN with a 7:30 tip. Second period from Chandler-Gilbert. Horsley tight on Chandler-Gilbert. Coyotes explosive 4 first period threes from 4 different players. Alexia Wilcox for Ben Yu. She has been tough. Shiloh Moore kicks it out. Deja Lynch in the lane. Toss up and drops it. Deja Lynch, she's got 7 points. The lead is down to 6. Almost the near steal. Olberg going strong. Olberg. And they're going to call the offensive foul against Chloe Olberg. Horsley checking out. Getting some minutes. Micaiah Jenkins. Jenkins played her high school ball at Red Mountain. Saw some minutes the other night. 5 minutes with some good work in, with a couple rebounds. And the foul is on Chloe Olberg. A couple quick ones. You hate to see that. Of course, you want physical play, but also smart play. Melanie Ortiz about to check back in. They work it to Janelle Gabriel. Gabriel against Kaden Cosgrove. Gets the mini screen from Sol Peterson. Now Cosgrove one-on-one. Gabriel in the lane. Works it to Shiloh Moore. Shiloh Moore gets called for the travel. Olberg out. Ortiz in. Chloe with 4 points in that first period. Ortiz hit a bucket as well. On a great defensive, make that a good offensive sequence. Cosgrove to Olberg, who found Ortiz cutting. Ortiz gets the ball back. Amanda Anderson. Jenkins. Mesa Johnson. Ortiz guarded by Wilcox. Wilcox is tough. Ortiz, Kaden Cosgrove. Amanda Anderson, Shiloh Moore. Good defense. Almost the near turnover. The tip. Ortiz. 5 on the shot clock. Ortiz. Shot is up from the outside. Macy Johnson overshoots. And a good defensive sequence by the Redhawks. Good ball pressure. And the Coyotes just cannot get a screen up top to let anyone loose. Redhawks coming into town, and their players are playing with a purpose. They look good. They look fresh. And they're looking to steal a victory here today. Janelle Gabriel, and Gabriel battling the double team. That ball trickles out of bounds, and the Redhawks will have it with 18 seconds left on the shot clock. About to check in, Tatiana Howell. Howell. And Shiloh Moore checking out. Moore, bigger body, will be manned up against Amanda Anderson. 6-point game. Redhawks have scored the only bucket in this second period by Deja Lynch. And they overshoot Sol Peterson, who was down in the blocks looking for a one-on-one opportunity. Coyotes will inbounds from the sidelines with Melanie Ortiz. Kaden Cosgrove, so good to see her back on the floor, a year removed from redshirting. Ortiz gets tied up, and once again in the middle, Alexia Wilcox. They're going to call the foul on Deja Lynch. So Micaiah Jenkins, that is, from the outside. Macy Johnson, Kaden Cosgrove, and Cosgrove splashed down another triple. She's got 2, 25-16. Coyotes doing a nice job. Alexia Wilcox almost close to the Travel call. Deja Lynch tracks down the loose ball. Works it to Sol Peterson. Sol Peterson on Ortiz. Inside touch, and Cosgrove pulls it away. Cosgrove, excellent out of the backcourt. Amanda Anderson. Cosgrove, why not? Cosgrove, look good, just hit the side of the iron. Deja Lynch surveying the floor, work in the middle. And we'll pull it back out. Now she goes strong in the lane and lost it off her foot. As McKaylin Horsley checking back in. Makai Jenkins checking out. Also back in for Deja Lynch, Shyla Moore. 25-16, 7:27 left in this second period. A fast-moving affair from the campus of Chandler-Gilbert. So glad you can join us for a super Saturday of basketball. Cosgrove will let it go from three. Caden off the back of the iron. Pulled down by Shyla Moore. Shyla Moore up against three Coyotes. Now we'll pull it back out. Now she drives baseline, goes strong, has it swatted away. Macy Johnson going the other way. Macy up, in, and will go for the three-point play. Macy Johnson. And they're going to call the foul against Sol Peterson. Macy with her second bucket of the day. Now with the shot at the three-point play. Had a chance to talk to Macy yesterday, a nice young lady from Red Mountain High School, a homegrown product from Mesa, Arizona. Part of this new wave of players Coach Mario Trutanek has brought in. And she's a good-looking player. Well-spoken. She didn't know I was going to interview her at the half of one of the basketball games, one of three yesterday, and well-spoken on camera. She hit the perfect jumper from the outside. The pass inside of Wilcox, batted away. Johnson looking for the trailer, and Wilcox stepped on the baseline, so the Coyotes will have the possession. Deja Lynch back in. Janali Gabriel. Gabriel still looking for a first bucket in this one. Cosgrove off the inbounds. Caden. And Coyotes close of turning that ball over. Macy Johnson. Swung over to Cosgrove. Cosgrove off balance. Off the side of the iron. Deja Lynch in transition. Lynch gets in the paint and pulls it back out. Guarded by Macy Johnson. Shyla Moore head fake. Shyla Moore scoops and scores. Shyla Moore with the impressive move. The lead is down to 8. Make that 10. Cosgrove cutting. Cosgrove can't connect on the bunny. And the Coyotes have missed their share of inside looks, probably anywhere from 3 to 5. Ortiz. Good defense on Tatiana Howell. Sword back in. Cosgrove with the breather. 28-18, 5:43 left in this second period. Amanda Anderson will defend the inbounds against Shyla Moore. They shoot to Wilcox. And that ball's knocked away by Amanda Anderson. And the Red Hawks will retain as Cody Armijo's having a conversation with Ben Leach. And they're going to say it was off Wilcox, so the Coyotes will have the possession. Horsley in a one-on-one battle against Deja Lynch. Ortiz against Wilcox. They swing it up to Anderson. Riley Sword back in. Macy Johnson. Tight defense up top. Horsley driving the lane. The kick out. Macy Johnson will fire. And Johnson off the side of the iron. Horsley underneath. Goes up, and Horsley off balance, and the bunny won't go. Shyla Moore to Deja Lynch. Lynch almost thought about it. She shoots it to Wilcox, and Wilcox, the head fake. Wilcox in the lane. Works it back out to Lynch, and Wilcox draws the foul. And they're going to call a foul against Macy Johnson. Media timeout on the floor. 4:58 left in the second. Chandler-Gilbert up by 10. And if you're hungry, let's talk about a burrito.
What up, homies? I'm Angel. My dad started Burrito Express back in 1995 with me and my brother slanging burritos out of the kitchen of our house. Today we have 8 Valley locations where you can count on authentic recipes, good prices, and a comfortable atmosphere. I've always said the burrito is the perfect food. You don't need a plate, fork, or a napkin. You grab one and off you go. Come by one of our Burrito Express locations and try you a burrito created by the man himself, Cameron Scatterboo.
Burrito Express with locations all over the valley. You want great food, you want great Mexican, you want great people serving it to you. Burrito Express, it doesn't get any better. Mucho gusto, as some of my family members in New York would say to me when I was a young buck eating my Spanish food back in the day. 28-18, Coyotes with another impressive outing. And they have hit 5 threes in this one. Cosgrove with a pair. One by Horsley, one by Johnson, and one by Riley Sword. Johnson with 6 points, Caden Cosgrove with 6, Chloe Olberg with 4, and Ortiz and Anderson with the bucket apiece. Wilcox, runner, won't go. Ortiz, fast break. Ortiz, and Ortiz misses underneath. And that time just a little too strong. Didn't use the side of the glass. She came up too deep and then threw the ball up and hit the rim, going up with the ball. But the opportunity was there. Amanda Anderson will check in. Anderson with a bucket in the first. Amanda from Castile High School in the East Valley. 4:46 as Cody Armijo gets it back going. The referee now working into the bottom of your screen. Deja Lynch, Wilcox, head fake. Wilcox fires it up off the glass. Horsley, transition. Redhawks do a nice job getting back. Horsley guarded by Gabriel. Cosgrove picked up by Lynch. Riley Sword, Shiloh Moore. Other side, Horsley open for 3. Horsley too strong. Shiloh Moore, and it's going to be Caden Cosgrove draws the contact. And Shiloh Moore will go to the line as the Coyotes have 5 fouls compared to only 2 for the Redhawks. 28-18. Shiloh Moore scored a basket in this second quarter. Trying to draw her team a little closer. And hits on the second. Horsley backcourt. Ortiz will rip it up the floor. Guarded by Wilcox. Horsley over to Amanda Anderson. Will launch it from 3. Anderson knocks it down. She's in the 3 conversation as well. Another 3 ball by the Coyotes, 31-19. How about this Coyotes team? A team that struggled offensively last year, only averaging 49 points. They already got 31. Halfway past the second period. And they're going to call that a tie-up situation with Tatiana Howell and good defense by Horsley. Coyotes get the possession arrow. 3:40 remain in this first half. Ortiz working Wilcox. And good patience as Cosgrove drives baseline. They work it back to Ortiz, and they're going to call the offensive foul on Kaden Cosgrove. And I love Alexia Wilcox's game. She kind of is a better offensive version of Dennis Rodman. She is aggressive. She is working the physicality, maybe talking a little smack as well, but she's a good player. Number 1 for Ben U. Collectively, this Redhawks team, they've got a good-looking squad. Shalimore can't get it to go. Loose ball as Tatiana Howell underneath, and it rolls off a Coyote. Kept alive for the Redhawks. 20 seconds on the shot clock. They're down by 12. 3:10 remaining in the second period. Worked outside. Lynch, almost a catch and shoot. Works it to Wilcox, who will stop and fire. And Wilcox buries it. Alexia Wilcox. She's got 9 points. Ortiz the other way. Ortiz throws it up. Good defense by Wilcox. Deja Lynch. Lynch stops, pops, a little high off the iron. Amanda Anderson keeps it alive. Ortiz goes the other way. Ortiz working the middle floor. Cosgrove will get it back. Cosgrove will pull it back out. Horsley to Cosgrove, and now it's Wilcox on Cosgrove. Riley Sword. Amanda Anderson. Howell on her. Ortiz. Cosgrove in the corner. Cosgrove lets it fly. Off the front of the iron. Shalimore with a rebound. Hectic pace. 31-21. Now, Coach Renisha Willis calling for the high-low offensively as Moore almost lost the handle. Deja Lynch cutting inside, and Lynch gets it to go. Lynch now with 9 points to match Wilcox on the other end. Anderson, good look. Could not connect. 31-23. Deja Lynch slowing the pace down. Gabriel, other side to Wilcox. Wilcox, couple steps. Back to Gabriel, inside. Tatiana Howell. Howell, strong move. Throws it up, nowhere close. Anderson, Ortiz, Cosgrove. Works the middle of the floor. Ortiz going against Howell. And Ortiz draws the contact. And Howell, as things are getting heated on the court, Ortiz will go to the free throw line for the first time today. In the opener, she was 4 of 6 from the free throw line. And last year, Ortiz shot almost 82% from the line. 31-23. Ortiz misses the front end. Redhawks are hanging around. If they can get some production from their bigs, this game could get really interesting. Ortiz connects on the second. She's got 3 points. Coyotes by 9. Closing in on 1 minute left in the first half. Lynch over to Shalimore. Back to Gabriel. Moore driving. Moore pull up and connects. Shalimore has got 5. The lead is down to 7. Horsley and the Coyotes. Everything's been coming from the perimeter. Ortiz. And they're going to call the travel against the Coyotes. 54.8 seconds remaining in this first half. So glad you can join us from the Chandler-Gilbert Coyote Center right here on the Coyote Sports Network. Janelle Gabriel, 16 in the shot clock. Gabriel will get over to Lynch. Lynch will fire from 3, and that misses everything. So the Coyotes with 33.4 seconds, a 3.5 second difference on the game clock. Up by 7, just looking for a good possession. Maybe something cutting, a little backdoor play. Cosgrove, Sword, and Sword steps out. The play was there, just the execution was missed. Redhawks with the chance to draw closer. Lynch inside, Tatiana Howell. Howell will step up and step back and off the mark. Going strong, Sol Peterson. Going up again and grabbing another rebound. And that is at the buzzer. So plenty of looks for Tatiana Howell. And after two, it's the Coyotes up 32-25. We'll take a short timeout from the Coyotes center. Coyotes up 7 against the Redhawks of Banyu. More to come right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. We are closing in on the second half. Chandler-Gilbert with a 7-point lead over the Bennu JV squad, 32-25. Coyotes led by Macy Johnson, Caden Cosgrove with 6 apiece. Horsley and Amanda Anderson with 5. Chloe Orberg with 4 on the other side. Deja Lynch with 9. Alexia Wilcox with 9. And talking to Coach Trutanek, said missed way too many layups, and he's right. You know, Coyotes missed probably, 7, 8 layups that, look, they hit half of those. It's not a 7-point lead. They're up double digits. On the other side for Bennu, to stay positive, stay focused in my conversation with Renisha Willis, and just try to get the post going. And her team is playing strong. They're playing confident, and they're only down 7. So we should have an exciting second half. And let's give one of our proud sponsors, Burrito Express, all the love in the world. All kinds of value locations. In case you want to dabble in, from Gilbert to Tempe, they've got locations everywhere, and the food is absolutely fantastic. So, Burrito Express, a fine sponsor of Chandler-Gilbert Athletics. So we start the second half. Red Hawks on offense. Janelle Gabriel. We'll start it with Michaela Horsley. And they'll swing it over to Sol Peterson now. Tatiana Howell out of the post. Good steal by Macy Johnson. Howell gets it right back. Deja Lynch. Sol Peterson dumps it down to Wilcox. Wilcox strong. Howell. Shot clock winding down, and Howell puts it in. We talk about getting the post going, and Howell makes it a 5-point game. Horsley guarded by Gabriel. And once again, I'm a big fan of Alexia Wilcox. She'll draw the foul, but she is everywhere. She's active, and she has a good temperature gauge of how to play in the course of this one. And she's face guarding Melanie Ortiz off the inbounds. Horsley up top. Sol Peterson on her. Ortiz in the lane. Ortiz, and Ortiz hits the layup. And you'll love to see that. Melanie has been close so many times. And that time, perfect gliding off the side of the iron and a perfect layup off the glass. Ortiz now with 5 points. And the Coyotes defense stepping up big as this third period gets underway. Caden Cosgrove off the inbounds. Hi, Caden. And Caden Cosgrove having a conversation with Ref Brasino. Horsley. And Ortiz goes up strong yet again off the glass. Love to see Melanie, and Melanie's had plenty of opportunities in the first half. Now back-to-back good layups. And once again, this Coyotes team missed about probably 5 to 7, 8 layups in the first half. And the call goes against Bennu. 8:30 remaining as the Coyotes have extended the lead, 36-27. They led 22-14 after one, 32-25 at the half. Horsley over to Macy Johnson. Johnson. Now it's Johnson. Cosgrove getting in the lane. They work it up top to Ortiz. Ortiz, shot clock winding down. Johnson in the box. One-on-one battle. Trying to cut inside Amanda Anderson and thrown up at the buzzer. And a good defensive possession by Bennu. Coyotes. And they're going to call Deja Lynch was on the baseline when she threw it in. Cosgrove inside. Amanda Anderson. Ortiz. And that time Ortiz misses the bunny on a good, perfect pass by Amanda Anderson. Square up, put it in. Melanie rushed that one a little bit off the iron. 36-27, under 8 minutes. Tatiana Howell. Sol Peterson, short jumper. Peterson now with 4 points. Lead is 7. Ortiz swings it to Cosgrove. Horsley picked up by Janelle Gabriel. Almost a near steal by Alexia Wilcox. Ortiz in the corner. Horsley fires up from 3. Horsley off the side of the iron. Macy Johnson swings it back out. Cosgrove again from 3. Off the side of the iron. Janelle Gabriel. Wilcox strong. Oh, that time could not connect the layup underneath. Amanda Anderson shoots it down. Cosgrove, transition. Cosgrove loses the handle. And that's an opportunity wasted by the Coyotes right there. 6:42, last couple minutes, been a little sloppy on both sides. Caden coming out, Riley Sword in. Coyotes up 7. Laboring a little bit offensively in this third. Of course, a good possession can always change that. Shallow Moore rolls it off the front of the iron. And Macy try to work it into Ortiz instead of taking a couple dribbles up the floor. Coyotes at times have tried to pass into some very tight windows. Macy coming off the 9-point performance against Park University Gilbert. And a dangerous pass on that sidelines as she's looking for Sword in the corner. 18 seconds on shot clock. Sword will throw it in. We'll see if anyone moves to the ball, and Johnson does right there. Johnson thought about it, works it over. Ortiz had the shot, drives, and Ortiz gets called for the travel. And the fans in the crowd are claiming Ortiz was clean on the drive. The lead is still 7. Alexia Wilcox works it inside. And they're going to call the technical foul against Mario Trutanek. And now there's a warning for Alexia Wilcox. So it's going to be a technical foul against Mario Trutanek. (36-29). Shallow Moore will shoot a pair. Redhawks with a chance to draw closer. Moore connects. She now has 6. Technical foul comes at the 6-minute mark in the third. We got a media timeout. And now Mario Trutanek having a conversation with Ben Leach and why he was never able to talk to Cody Armijo in the first half, as you see Cody Armijo on the court in the paint. Please understand our AI camera tracks motion, so wherever the motion is, that's where it's going to follow. So Ben Leach is having a conversation with Mario Trutanek, the head coach of Chandler-Gilbert. The lead is now down to 5 after the technical foul on Coach Trutanek. Shiloh Moore. Moore connected on 2 free throws. So 30-second timeout is done. Chandler-Gilbert huddling up. And they're ready to get back on the floor against this Redhawks team that is playing tough. Led by Deja Lynch and Alexia Wilcox. Wilcox has been warned in this game. Not sure exactly what the call is, but she plays very hard. Shiloh Moore almost thought about it. Moore, Sol Peterson, pull up off the side of the iron. Taken down by the Redhawks. Shiloh Moore too long. Ortiz out front to Riley Sword. Try to get it inside to Kaylin Horsley. Knocked out of bounds by Wilcox. Coyotes possession, 24 seconds, plenty of time. They need some good possessions. A little stagnant in this last 3 minutes or so. Renisha Willis, the head coach of Ben U, rooting her team on. And that's a good backdoor. And Anderson will go to the line on a good feed by Riley Sword. We talked about the Coyotes trying to pass through some tight windows. That case, space was open. Anderson was there. And Chloe Olberg about to check back in. And Olberg will wait. Anderson at the line. 5 points in the opener. She did not shoot a free throw. But has a nice touch on the first. Lead is only 6. Anyone's ball game in this second half. Anderson, good work right there. You just love a player that can come to the free throw line and knock it down. And the Coyotes have been exceptional at the free throw line. They've hit 6 of 7 from the free throw line. Wilcox try to thread it inside to Sol Peterson. Still Redhawks ball with 18 on the shot clock. Good crowd. Of course, Ben U, located in Mesa. They are bringing their fan base. Denali Gabriel. Sol Peterson puts it on the deck. A little too strong. And once again, the Redhawks controlling. And Gabriel. Coyotes making a substitution. Cosgrove back in. Sword getting a rest. 5:21 left in this third. Janali Gabriel off the inbounds. Works it inside. Tight window. Deja Lynch will let it fly. Lynch off the mark. Shiloh Moore. Strong. Won't go. Olberg with the muscle. Ortiz transition. Ortiz kicks it out. Horsley double teamed immediately. Ortiz with Wilcox on her. Surveying the floor. Horsley thought about it. Now Deja Lynch right by her. Kaden Cosgrove over to Macy Johnson. Good defense by Shiloh Moore. Knocks it away for a split second. 8 on the shot clock. Horsley. Macy Johnson. Good look. Macy splashes down. Good look by Macy Johnson hitting the three. Her second. She's got 9 points. On the other end, they're going to call Shiloh Moore for the travel. So good execution by the Coyotes. And we get a timeout on the floor. 4:36. The lead is back to 10. Courtesy of Macy Johnson with a big three. She's got 9. Coyotes going for their second win of this young season. 41-31. Coyotes getting a big three from Macy Johnson to extend the lead. Olberg up top in the high post. Horsley looking to dump it inside. Olberg guarded by Wilcox. Cosgrove with a floater, and Cosgrove knocks it. She's got 8 points, her first bucket of the second half. Caden, fresh off that redshirt year last year, has had to learn how to play basketball again in real live competitive situations, and she's responding. And there's a call against the Redhawks. Blocked out. Deja Lynch checks out. Tatiana Howell. And they're going to call a travel call, I believe, on the Redhawks on that last possession. Referees getting the clock in order. 3:59 remaining in the third period. Right now on the floor, Ortiz, Horsley, Cosgrove, Olberg, and Macy Johnson. Macy, double team, Olberg, down in the box. Olberg, strong, and Olberg draws the contact, and Wilcox is just wondering, what do I got to do for an offensive foul? And Wilcox pleading her case. Going to call the foul on Tatiana Howell. Olberg at the line. Double-double in the opening win. 17 points. Double rebounds. And when we look at her game, she had 5 of 6 from the free throw line to go along with her 11 rebounds. She was outstanding. And now it looks like Macy Johnson's getting taped up on the sidelines. So Macy's taped up, ready to go. Product of Red Mountain High School. Olberg from the White Mountain area, from Snowflake. That's off the mark. Ortiz goes up. Ortiz on the putback. Melanie with a strong second half. 6 third quarter points. 9 for the game. Wilcox in the lane. Wilcox throws it up. Won't go. Ortiz with a rebound. Ortiz works it out of the paint. Up top to Horsley. Horsley gives it back up in the corner. Ortiz from 3. That's going to be off the mark. Shalomore picks up the loose ball. Going full throttle. And she gets charged for the offensive foul. 46-31. Coyotes have opened this up to a 15-point lead. Deja Lynch back in. Ortiz with their fan base here. Taking care of a little moisture on the eastern portion of the court. Had to figure out exactly where I was in comparison to the layout of the gym and the east, west, north, south accordingly. I was that kid back in the day before GPS. Yes, I get lost going a block down the street. Ortiz. Moore comes up with the turnover. Moore. And Moore. Hustling and a putback. 9 points. And there's a foul against the Redhawks. So it was a warning against the Red Hawks for knocking the ball away. So a lot to absorb there as Ben Leach having a conversation with the scorer's table. 46-33 Coyotes, 3 minutes remaining in the third. Ortiz, Horsley, Cosgrove, Olberg, Macy Johnson on the floor. Janali, Gabriel, Shalimore, Alexia Wilcox, Deja Lynch, and Sol Peterson. Suiting up for the Red Hawks on the floor right now. Johnson, tight defense, and Shalimore almost came up with another turnover. Ortiz in the lane. Ortiz, Johnson fires it up from three off the side of the iron. Sol Peterson with the rebound. They're going to call the foul against Macy Johnson. 2:39 left here in the third. Coyotes up 46-33. Deja Lynch having a good game. Wilcox, strong move. She's going to get called for the travel. And Alexia Wilcox puts the ball down and goes the other way. Riley Sword relieving Macy Johnson. Johnson with that big three in this period to give the Coyotes some breathing room. Shalimore has been playing some great defense. Coyotes, good passing. Ortiz underneath. Ortiz off the glass. Olberg tough. Olberg in. Chloe Olberg, strong move. She's got 7. 48-33 and a timeout on the floor as the Coyotes have opened this one up to 15 points. Great job getting strong third quarter production from Melanie Ortiz with 6. Amanda Anderson with a bucket. Macy Johnson with a big 3. Kaden Cosgrove with 2. And Olberg with 3 third quarter points. Short timeout will take one as well. Coyotes shooting for their second win, leading the Red Hawks 48-33 with 2:04 left in the third. So the Red Hawks with an uphill battle. Shalimore, who's been great defensively. Deja Lynch, Alexia Wilcox, little spin move. Strong, loses the handle. Cosgrove, knocked away by Shalimore. Great defense, and Moore has been outstanding defensively in this third period. She's come up with her share of steals, great in the passing lanes, and putting pressure on Chandler-Gilbert at every avenue. And once again, Shalimore knocks it away off the inbounds. Talked about the Coyotes' tight windows. Up by 15, just take care of the basketball. Have some good offensive production. They work into Cosgrove in the corner. Horsley. Ortiz misses the 10-footer. Coming the other way, Janali Gabriel. Deja Lynch inside. Sol Peterson, strong move. Peterson won't go. Pulled down by Riley Lynch. Ortiz, middle of the floor. Ortiz swings in the corner. Cosgrove almost a catch and shoot. They work it to Ortiz. Sword back to Ortiz. 16 on the shot clock. Ortiz in the corner. Amanda Anderson will let it fly. And they're going to call the travel against Ortiz. Good ball movement in that sequence. Just Ortiz got tangled up. Shalimore. Moore misses. Horsley. Loose change up the floor. Kalen will pull it out. Good job. Ortiz picked up immediately by Shalimore. Amanda Anderson. Horsley. They swing it to Sword. Sword fires and hits the back of the iron. Moore, middle of the floor. Moore with Deja Lynch trailing. And they're going to call the blocking foul against Michaelan Horsley. (48-33). Leon Sutton telling the team to get back in transition, which is, of course, paramount when the Coyotes are about to face some of the teams that can just explode up the floor, like Scottsdale, and of course I'm talking about Pima and Mesa. And getting back in transition, that's basketball 101, ladies and gentlemen, right there. Moore misses on both. Horsley comes up with the rebound. Cosgrove to Horsley. Winding down to 28 seconds left in the third. Ortiz, elbow won't go. Moore could have been called for the travel. Cosgrove, Horsley will let it go from three. Horsley back of the iron. Almost pulled down by Swords. Deja Lynch, and Lynch works the contact. Now we'll go against the home white and teal. Cody Armijo, the referee, coming over and going to call that on Horsley. 9.5 seconds left in the third. Redhawks only down 7 after 2, now trailing by 15. Peterson cuts in the lead. Coyotes trying to get a shot off. Anderson at the buzzer. Anderson off the back of the iron. A good look and cannot connect. Coyotes up 13, 48-35 as we head to the fourth. And we begin the fourth quarter. Coyotes up 48-35 over the visiting Benue squad. And speaking of Coyotes, we have a former Coyote in the house with us, with Alana West, who's now a member of the Park University Gilbert basketball team. Alana, how's it feel to come back and see your former team in action, and obviously a new regime and playing well?
It feels great. I love watching them play, and I love these girls. They're awesome.
48-35. Give us kind of a breakdown of what you've seen so far through the first 3 periods.
I think great ball movement by the Coyotes, of course, and then Caden Cosgrove.
Off the front of the iron, and Shala Moore pulls it down. Redhawks, a very pesky team. So give us kind of your thoughts. You're playing on the JV squad for Park University Gilbert. What's it like when you're taking on one of these Arizona Community College Athletic Conference teams, whether it be Pima or Mesa or Scottsdale or Chandler-Gilbert? And obviously, look, the goal is to win, not just to show up, right?
Yeah.
Give us kind of the focus of what you saw when you manned up with your teammates against Chandler-Gilbert the other night.
Definitely, I think they have a lot of shooters. They have Chloe, just strong on the boards, strong with the boards. They have Melanie, I think. She's just a great driver. And then these newcomers, I think they're pretty awesome already as well. I think they have a strong team this year.
So the Coyotes looking for their first bucket here in the fourth quarter. Good defense by Wilcox. Olberg kicks it up top. Cosgrove, Ortiz Shalimore, and Moore, outstanding defense, locks her up. And they're going to call a tie-up, and possession arrow will go in favor of the Redhawks. And, you know, this Redhawks team, you know, soon enough you're going to be facing some of these players. And give us kind of a breakdown of what you see from them.
I think they're very aggressive. They have great ball movement.
And we're seeing that right now. Shalimore, Moore, up and in. Good, strong move. And the lead is 48-37 Coyotes. Redhawks picking up their intensity. Ortiz guarded by Shalimore. Up top to Cosgrove. Cosgrove puts it on the deck. Runner won't go. Olberg ripping it down. Olberg loses the handle, but they're going to call a foul. And that's going to be against the Redhawks and Chandler-Gilbert. And when you see Olberg like that, Alana, give us kind of your take of playing with Chloe and just how strong she is down in the post.
I love playing with Chloe. She's just a beast on the boards, very strong, just ready for anything.
And she had a double-double in the contest against you guys, 17 points, 11 rebounds, and then we talk about another force on the other side, Alexia Wilcox. Alexia Wilcox, to me, Alana, number one, racing up this court, she is a better offensive version of Dennis Rodman. And when I say that, we all know how great Dennis Rodman was defensively, crashing the boards. But Wilcox has got a nice, smooth offensive game. But she also gets in your head a little bit, too. She's one of those players, as Peterson misses from the outside and Ortiz pulls it down. So when you play against a player like that, that's talented defensively, they've got some offensive moves, but maybe they're just talking a little smack, too. What does that do when you face that kind of player, Lana?
I think for me, you just got to stay poised, just stay in your game. Don't let it get to you.
And that's what the Coyotes are doing right now, 48-37. Micaiah Jenkins now in the game. Olberg, Ortiz, Horsley gets the inbounds with Janelle Gabriel. Horsley works it back to Ortiz and Shalimore. And right now, bad pass, Macy Johnson. And we kind of talked about the Coyotes in some tight windows. They got 10 on the shot clock, more right there. And back to Horsley. Macy Johnson from the outside. Johnson gets the roll, and Johnson knocks down her second triple. Make that her third, and she's got 12 points. And talk about good ball movement and Johnson from the wing. On the other end, Shalimore thought about it. Coyotes bringing the double team on the corner. They work it back out to Alexia Wilcox. Wilcox tries to thread the needle. The bad pass. Micaiah Jenkins comes up with it. Jenkins, the fake, and Jenkins, and that's going to go out of bounds. And Jenkins had the trailer. In some cases, in that situation, as an offensive player, Lana, you've been in this case, you want to be aggressive, but sometimes if you run into a defender, it's okay to pull it back out.
Yeah.
So here comes Janelle Gabriel. Works it to Shalimore. Moore pull up, and Moore all of a sudden sporadic offensively in the first half. Now she's got plenty of touch, and the lead is 12. Olberg up top, swings it to Horsley. Coyotes looking for some more good possessions as the Redhawks are not going away. Jenkins getting some valuable minutes against this Redhawks team. Ortiz trying to get in the lane past Wilcox, who's just so tough. Wilcox. And there is a foul against the Coyotes, and the Redhawks make their substitutions with Deja Lynch back in and Kaden Cosgrove. 6:46 remaining. So Lana, give us kind of your thoughts on what it's like to play at Park University Gilbert and how things are going for you there in the early stages of your first year.
I'm loving it over there. Coaches are great. The energy, the atmosphere, it's awesome over there.
Deja Lynch in the lane. Deja pulls up, won't go. Tatiana Howell. And looks like Sol Peterson a little banged up underneath the blocks. And they're going to tell both teams to go to their respective sides. A lot of physicality. So you've been in some physical battles, and here's another one. Alana, how tough is it when you got both teams are scrapping and clawing and, you know, give us kind of the mindset when you're in a game kind of like this.
I think you just have to stay strong on both sides. Just move the ball, stay strong.
Stay strong is the key as the Coyotes are talking it over with Mario Chutanek, and that is Alana West. And Alana, you are welcome back here anytime. You are a tremendous, charismatic young lady, and you're more than welcome. Love your mom. Had a chance to talk to her when she was here the other day. And, you know, an educator in the school system here in Arizona doing a tremendous job, helping those minds of tomorrow be successful. And she raised a tremendous daughter, one with a tremendous smile and a tremendous charisma. And you are more than welcome to come back here anytime you want.
Thank you, Joe.
That's Alana West, the former guard of the Coyotes, now suiting up for Park University Gilbert. She was here the other night. And a good debut. Alana showed up well, and her outing against Chandler-Gilbert, knocking down some shots. Short timeout on the floor. Coyotes up 12 with 6:32 remaining here in the fourth. .632 left here in the fourth. Chandler-Gabriel. Wilcox off the back of the iron. Ortiz, Horsley, Charlotte Moore everywhere. Cosgrove, full throttle. Try to work it outside, but she draws the contact. And looks like that's going to be against Alexia Wilcox. Wilcox has been everywhere. Redhawks with their 8 players, and they're 8 players strong. They have provided a good matchup as Horsley from long range off the front of the iron. Tatiana Howell, mad scrum on the floor. Charlotte Moore comes up with it. Moore, a different level. Moore gliding, and Moore can't get it to go off the glass. Olberg, Horsley, and Moore in a scrum. And they're going to say it's out of bounds on Charlotte Moore. But I got to tell you right now, Charlotte Moore is playing great basketball for Coach Renisha Williams. She has been outstanding in this second half. Coach Willis on the sidelines. And it's Michaelan Horsley. Gets the high screen from Olberg. Horsley in the lane. And that is blocked by Wilcox. And it's going to be the Redhawks with the possession. Right now, Coyotes laboring a little bit offensively. Moore on the wing. Deja Lynch over to Wilcox. Tatiana Howell. And then call Howell for the travel. 5:43 left. Kalen Horsley gets the screen from Olberg, works through it. Horsley looking for a shooter, Amanda Anderson. Cosgrove in the lane, tries to roll it up, and then call a foul against Deja Lynch. And that was soft, but still a call. Good work by Cosgrove, and she'll go to the line. The third on Lynch. Cosgrove connects on the first. Kaden, her first trip to the free throw line. And good work. She was 1 of 2 from the free throw line in the opening win. And Cosgrove gets it to go. Coyotes come up with a turnover, and Cosgrove puts it in. And the foul against Charlotte Moore. Cosgrove now with 10 points. Shot at the three-point play. That one rolls in and out. Here comes Deja Lynch. Shallow Moore on the wing. Moore driving baseline, pulls up, won't go. Ripped down by Olberg. Ortiz loses the handle. Tatiana Howell, she misses. Ortiz gets a second opportunity. Cosgrove tries to slow it down. Cosgrove inside, Amanda Anderson, the kick out. Ortiz from three. Ortiz off the side of the iron. Shallow Moore works it up the middle of the floor. Amanda Anderson back in. Long range. And that long range is connected by Janelle Gabriel. Her first bucket of the game comes at a big time for the Redhawks. Now trailing by 13. Amanda Anderson locked up against Wilcox. Moore everywhere on the floor. Puts the big pressure. Ortiz almost lost the handle. Coyotes have to be crisper in the passing lanes. Cosgrove cutting, and Cosgrove can't get the runner off the glass. Howell with the rebound. They work it to Janelle Gabriel. Wilcox. And we got a timeout on the floor. Redhawks trailing by 13. Coyotes and Coach Trutanek will talk things through. 55-42 with 4:04 remaining here in the fourth. Coyotes and Redhawks from the Coyote Center on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. Still plenty of time in this one. 4:04 left. Coyotes up 13. Shallow Moore, who's had a good impact in this game defensively and found her offensive game in this second half. Deja Lynch, pull-up jumper. Lynch drops it. Deja Lynch now with 11 points. Her first bucket in the second half. 55-44. Coyotes looking for a good possession. Moore with the near steal. Coyotes have got to be better in the passing lanes. They've taken a lot of chances, and they call the foul against Shallow Moore. That's 3 on Moore as Ortiz will go to the line. Ortiz with 9 points. Of course, we talk about her success as a free throw shooter last year, almost 82%. So far, 1 of 3 on the day as she looks to connect on the back end. And she does. Good job by Melanie. She's got 10 points. Shallow Moore swings it out to Gabriel. Gabriel will launch it from 3, and Gabriel connects. And Gabriel with back-to-back threes. 56-47. Lead now down to 9. Horsley, top of the key. Horsley. Amanda Anderson. Horsley. Redhawks defense really stepping up. Anderson will launch it from 3. Anderson buries the triple. Anderson with 10 points. And the Coyotes getting contributions up and down the lineup. Gabriel Deja Lynch will launch it for 3. That's off the back of the iron. Pulled down by Tatiana Howell. Gabriel from 3. In and out. Horsley rips it down. The Coyotes can take their time. They've got the lead. Pull it back out. Control things, and they do just that. Horsley swings it over to Caden Cosgrove. Caden. Melanie picked up by Janelle Gabriel. Ortiz. And Ortiz slicing, dicing, and delivering. Melanie. And the lead is 14. And Moore gets hacked. And that's going against the Coyotes. The foul call will be against Ortiz. 61-47. 2:14 left. Janelle Gabriel. Gabriel, top of the key. Redhawks with very little time to waste. Howell in the lane. Loses the handle. And Horsley will get called for the foul. And that's her fourth. 2:02 left. 61-47. Of course, keep it here for the post-game coverage. We'll have live interviews on the court right after this one. Shalomore. Janelle Gabriel. That won't go. Anderson with the rip. They swing it to Olberg. Olberg. The cross-court pass just a little too strong from Melanie Ortiz. $1:47 left. Redhawks trailing by 14. They need a lot of points quickly. Deja Lynch, Gabriel. They dump it down in the post. Gabriel will shoot it from three, and that's looking good. And Gabriel cans her third three of the fourth. 61-50. Coyotes just take their time. They don't need to rush anything. Horsley, Amanda Anderson for three. Anderson off the back of the iron. Shalomore, loose ball. Moore. Good cutting move. That is dropped in by Alexia Wilcox. Wilcox, her first bucket of the fourth, and the lead down to 9. Trutanek having a conversation with his team. And right now, it's all about tough love for his team and just trying to explain the situation with the clock in their favor and where they are on the floor. They're up 9 with $1:09. Do not have to rush shots. Have a good, solid possession and make the Redhawks look. Now it's Michaela Horsley having a conversation with their teammates as well. And that is what a captain does. Of course, on this team, Addison Horsley, Kaylin Horsley, Caden Cosgrove, and Chloe Olberg. All captains on this team. Post-game coverage coming up on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. One minute left in this one. Coyotes clinging to a 9-point lead. All they got to do is work the clock and don't turn the ball over. Anderson, Coyotes will work the passing lanes on the top of the key. Ortiz, short jumper, and Cosgrove knocks it home. Caden, she's got 10 points. Coyotes with a bunch of double-digit scores. Anderson will get called for the foul. Coyotes have really gotten contributions up and down the lineup, and that is just a tremendous thing to see. Moore at the line. Shalomore slowly but surely. She's got 14 points. First period, she was non-existent, and she has just really shown what kind of player she is. Tough defensively, good offensive player. Redhawks JV team, they got some good players on it. sometimes, whether it be the men's side or the women's, you get a JV team coming in, you don't know what to expect. That foul is going to be called against Tatiana Howell, but this Red Hawks team, they got some good players, and they have a phenomenal coach, and Renisha Willis as well. Wahlberg. Opportunity at the line. Good connection on the first. Wahlberg with 11 points. Another great day in the office. Connects on 1 and 2. The Coyotes get it back, and they can just and Ben Leach, the referee, redirecting the shot clock. Coyotes won their first game 65-56. They're leading this one 64-53 with 22.3 seconds left. So essentially all you really do is just hold on to the ball. There is a 5-second clock to shot clock differential. So the Coyotes really just take their time, dribble it out. Ortiz, 3 seconds, inside, and Olberg. So it's a travel call against Tatiana Howell. So the Coyotes will end this with possession with 4.5 seconds left to kill, and they're going to win this one 64-53. A great job by the Coyotes as they pick up their second win of the season. Take a short time out, break down the numbers, and some live interviews coming up in the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. And we welcome you back to the Coyote Center. Coyotes pick up their second win of the season with a 64-53 grind-out victory over visiting Ben U here with Coach Mario Trutanen. Coach, your thoughts on the win? And once again, you know, sometimes laboring a little bit offensively, but down the stretch, your team was tough, and you got some baskets inside, wouldn't count it.
I think the one thing they're starting to figure out is how to win close games, which is always good. But we need to learn how to separate when we have opportunities, especially in the first quarter and third quarter when they're basically you have layup opportunities that we're just missing around the basket, which could stretch the game from a 10 to 20-point game instead of making this more difficult than it has to be.
Yeah, you kind of talk about that. We saw a lot of bunnies miss in that first half, and how, you know, it was almost like in that fourth quarter for Melanie Ortiz, it was almost like some redemption for her. She missed a lot of opportunities, but then on consecutive drives in that third quarter, she found a little bit softer touch, using the glass a little bit more, and then penetrating and scoring.
Yeah, Mel has a lot of potential. She just needs to put it together for a whole game, a stretch of games, and stack days, and continue to work on her shooting. She's a talented player. She needs to put it together for a longer period of time.
Coach, 2 wins, and of course you're on the road this week. First time leaving your house and going to face the Arizona Christian JV squad. Your thoughts of hitting the road for the first time and then coming back on Friday and taking on a very talented Southern Nevada squad right here at the Coyote Center.
We'll get one of our players back on Monday, so it's a point guard, which is going to help. Adi's going to help us a lot, so it kind of pushes everybody back to their natural positions. So just continue to work on the things that we are struggling with, which is kind of finishing around the basket. The turnovers are killing us. I think Friday's going to be a good challenge for us, and I'm looking forward to that. I think our team tends to play a little bit to the level of our competition, and I think Friday will be good for us to actually see where we're truly at playing a higher level of competition junior college team.
Well, you get that on Friday, of course, but Coach, in the meantime, Saturday, enjoy this one, and always a pleasure.
Thank you, Joe. Appreciate it.
Mario Trutanek, his team now 2-0 with the victory over the visiting Benue squad. We'll listen to, at some point, Melanie Ortiz and Macy Johnson coming up right here on the Chandler-Gilbert Sports Network. And we welcome back to the Coyote Center. Melanie Ortiz joins us after the 64-53 victory over visiting Benue. And look, Melanie, this was not easy. Benue came, they were tough, they were physical, and you guys had to earn this one. Your thoughts on a very physical game, chippy at times, but once again, you guys showed resiliency down the stretch and getting the second win of the season.
Yeah, it was definitely a little rough. We were expecting to come out a lot stronger than we did today, but it just means that we need to make some adjustments on the court and at practice. And this was just another great game for us to know where we're at and know what we need to work on, so yeah.
For you personally, I felt like that third quarter there was some redemption for you because in the first half, and you'll be the first to admit it, you had a lot of bunnies around the basket that you could have easily made, and then all of a sudden you found your touch, those layups were dropping. Your thoughts of sticking with it, staying cool, staying positive, and executing and seeing those layups drop for you?
No, yeah, it definitely was first discouraging to see like them not going in, especially since like you're expecting them to go in, but over time you just have to go over it over again and trust like what you put your work into. Yeah.
Good job by you, 12 points, as well as Macy as well. Talk a little bit about the character of this team. Coach Trutanek just talked about it. You guys are learning how to win tough games, and you know what? Soon enough, you're going to be playing powerhouse teams. You're going to be facing the Mesas, the Pimas, the Scottsdales that are always ranked in the top 20 every year. And your thoughts of building that foundation of learning how to play tough physical games and winning those, and how these matchups early will pay off when you get to conference play.
No, yeah. Right now we're trying to build that defense. I think that's our main focus today. Just overall as our culture, we always want to hold the team down to 40, 50 points, make sure they don't score any more than that. And I feel like that's what we need to continue on focusing because defense leads to offense.
And then this week, you're back on the road for the first time this year. You go travel to ACU, take on the JV squad. I believe that's on Monday. Then you have the College of Southern Nevada, who you faced last year. Very good D1 squad coming in. Your thoughts on this week? First, getting tested on the road, and then having a superior team coming in here, and the challenges of taking on a D1 team right here on the home court, and trying to stay undefeated on the home court as well.
Yes, it's going to be a challenge, but I think hopefully Monday we can work on everything that we need to, and Friday is really going to be the challenge to test where we are and really where our hearts are at on this game, and I'm really excited to see us play, just continuing the season.
There you go. That is Melanie Ortiz. 12 points, outstanding effort. Not to mention yesterday gave me the perfect assist. I needed some caffeine. I needed a snack from the store. Her and Macy Johnson went and got it for me. Tremendous player, tremendous person, and great job, kiddo. And now we're going to have the perfect assist as Macy Johnson's going to swing over. And that's what you call behind the back, and now Macy Johnson, the pride of Red Mountain High. She's going to slip on the headset. She did this yesterday. She wasn't expecting the interview yesterday. Well, now she's got the one following day as well. Macy, 12 points. Your thoughts on the win and another grind-out win for this team?
Yeah, I mean, it was another ugly win, but we had to finish the job. And me personally, I just had stupid fouls. I got in foul trouble, but I wanted to do what I could when I was on the court, whether it was scoring or just defense, just so we can pull it out in the end, even though we needed to beat them by more, but we'll be ready for next game.
Yeah, 12 points in this one. You knocked down 1, 2, 3 threes. Your thoughts of being effective from long range?
I mean, I started out the first game. I didn't make my shots, but I had to stay confident in my shooting and keep going because I know they were going to go in because I've been practicing them.
Yeah, you've been practicing them. You hit some big shots. Of course, you had numerous teammates nail some threes. And talk about the offensive flow of this team to find the open looks from the three-point stripe, and just the ability for this team to work the offense and be effective from three.
Yeah, we've been working a lot on moving the ball better and being less selfish, so I feel like that showed a little bit better today, but we still need to work on, keep moving around and find the open player.
Macy, what does it say about this team, just finding the toughness down the stretch to win out, grind out games? Because the Red Hawks, they're a talented team. They came in here, they were tough, they were physical, at times got a little chippy, got a little physical. Your thoughts of, once again, opening the season with some tough wins and trying to build off that?
I think it was good that we were able to verse an aggressive team because they really showed that, and we needed to match that and come back harder and just do what we can to keep going.
Okay, this week you go to the road for the first time. Monday you take on the Arizona Christian JV squad at their place. Your thoughts of leaving this zip code, going to the other side of Arizona, well, just across the valley a little bit, and playing a game there?
I'm excited. I mean, it'll be my first away game in college, but I think we'll be ready. We got practice tomorrow. We're going to keep going, no days off.
And then no days off, of course. After that Monday, you have Southern Nevada coming in here, a powerhouse on the D1 side of the Arizona Community College Athletic Conference. Your thoughts of taking them on, a D1 program and a one that won this matchup last year, and try to stay undefeated on home court?
I think that'll definitely be a tough game, but it'll really push our limits and show what we can do and see what we're capable of.
There you go. And Macy, before I let you go, how's the wrist? I saw you got taped up in the course of the contest. And so walk me through a little bit of the wrist injury you're sporting right here.
We're all good. It was just blood on there. Wouldn't stop bleeding. Couldn't get our new jerseys wet or dirty.
Yeah.
Got red.
There you go.
I'm still going.
Got to keep them white. Got to keep the detergent, make it fresh color, and not an ounce of red on that jersey, on those shorts whatsoever. That is a lovely Macy Johnson. Coyotes pick up their second win, 64-53 over Ben U. Macy with 12. Melanie Ortiz with 12. A slew of players in double digits. The squad 2-0 on Monday. They're taking on Arizona Christian on the road. Next Friday right here, they'll host Southern Nevada. For Russ Lewis and all the great people in the athletic department, I'm Joe Pequeno. That is Macy Johnson. Have a super Saturday, kiddo. And this has been a presentation of Chandler-Gilbert Athletics. Yeah, I'm here to help you guys. Remember that. We'll see you.
That is bad. It's a jump ball.